Hey, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
This episode is brought to you by
Michael Shemper. Watch your temper. Massive and Drew, we hired Michael Shemper. This episode is brought to you by Michael Shemper.
Somebody went and hit me in the jaw. I need to hire Michael, attorney at law.
Yes. Those words rhyme.
I rhymed this time.
I'm proud of you.
I did it. It's a big deal for me.
We'll take it.
Look, this is one of the most experienced and trusted attorneys in the state of Mississippi. He covers personal injury protection, offshore and maritime accidents, criminal defense, DUI, DWI, drug crimes, misdemeanors, business and commercial litigation, and independent counsel. We know that many people have doubts about lawyers' motivations and integrity. Each working day, we strive relentlessly to reward the trust of everyone we counsel and represent. Michael Shemper's strong credentials and wide-ranging experience tell part of the story. The close personal relationships he builds with clients matters just as much. And we gotta say, he's a friend of the show, super nice to us.
Yes.
If he treats his job half as well as he treats us, man, that's the guy you want to hire.
Hire him.
So if somebody can't watch their temper, remember, go ahead and hire Michael Shemper.
Watch your temper. Watch your temper. You need an attorney? You need Michael Shemper.
You can reach him at 601-545-7787. Normal business hours apply, because it's normal business. So,
Yeah.
9 to 5, was it 8:30 to 5? That extra half hour is huge.
Big time.
And you can call him for appointments like after that. He meets after. The dude cares about his clients or potential clients. So if you're in trouble, you need help, you want justice, holler at Michael Shemper.
Yeah. They straight running. You get the attorney to send out a summons.
Mr. Drummond.
Yes, Mr. Drummond.
Had to send me a summons.
The processor server is running. The process server is running.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow us also on Spotify. Our Patreon, we're simplifying it. It's just $5 a month. We're going to post stuff just when we can, but we're trying to streamline and make the show as good as we can. Also, if you're listening, it's pretty good to watch it on YouTube. So if you want to switch over to YouTube, the link is actually in that description. But look, we're not telling you what to do. We're just telling you what our intentions are because we're trying to be transparent.
I'm going to tell them to do what they want to do. You do you, babe.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm going
to tell you what to do, and I'm saying you do you.
Yeah.
That's me telling you what to do.
Bossy, not bossy.
Bossy, not bossy.
Got it. Man.
Yeah.
Big show today. We got River Prince.
Of
Prince Sign Company.
Show.
And we have Goth Dad performing at Record Store Day at T-Bone's.
Awesome.
Lots going on, so we better get to it.
Drop the beat. Fade out for the intro. The intro, yo.
Hardest street boys, hardest street boys, the hardest street boys, the hardest street boys, the hardest street boys, hardest street boys, hardest street boys, it's the hardest street boys.
Like and subscribe. Oh man, what's up?
It's hot. It's freaking hot outside.
Dude, it's
steamy.
I feel like I'm always just adjusting. I'm just covered in like a thin film of sweat. That might be gross to some people, but whatever. That's
I feel like that's everybody.
That's my truth right now.
Live your truth.
That's my reality. So yeah, it is hot. Well, it's been humid too because we've had a lot of rain.
Very much.
It's not just heat. It's not that dry like Texas heat.
I'm telling you, steamy,
but
balmy.
Yeah, it's intense. You really have to like streamline your life. Where like I feel like I don't make extra trips. If I need to get that coffee mug, I'm only gonna get it if I have to grab something else off the table.
I hear you.
So that's,
plan it accordingly.
Yeah, you definitely have to. But so what'd you get up to this past week?
Man, not a whole lot. Just some work, but I went to the Food with Friends group, we got to go try Monica's Caribbean restaurant out in West Hattiesburg, out there kind of in the old Dis and Dim building. And it was awesome. We went out there for dinner, got to try like the jerk chicken, the brown stew chicken. They didn't have any oxtails, but we got to try like the curried goat, curried shrimp, and a couple different fish dishes. They got a lot going on, especially for dinner. But, I mean, everybody should go check that place out. If you like Caribbean food, if you like jerk chicken, pretty awesome. You haven't been yet.
I haven't been. I love jerk chicken. And how was the goat?
The goat was awesome.
Yeah.
But I think one of my favorite the goat was one of my favorite dishes, but one of my others was the curried shrimp. It's delicious.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love jerk chicken, but that's one of those, that's really cool that there's, it's authentic Caribbean food. Like, you can't get goat everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And the sides are like, they do cabbage, they do like a rice with peas in it, you know, very traditional Caribbean sides. But when I tasted the cabbage, I just like, it's made with love, and you can feel it. You can actually feel that love.
So this is Monica's. This is out west, kind of by your stomping grounds at Columbia Block and Brick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out across the highway from Academy Sports and all that. It's at that, you know, you turn at the light there.
Which isn't that far west, by the way.
It's really not.
We in Hattiesburg get so, and I'm just as guilty. I'm like, man, I'm like in Midtown, you know, and I got to drive downtown or I got to drive out west. It's like, dude, nowhere is very far in Hattiesburg. So
I know.
Don't let it scare you that it's out west.
We've got to bring Hattiesburg together a little bit. I know that a lot of the downtowners are like, oh, I don't want to drive past 49, or I definitely don't want to drive past 59. But I'm thinking like the people out west are like, we don't want to drive past 59. Yeah. We don't want to drive past, you know.
Well, it's cool because you're in a city and you don't really have traffic problems. So that's anyway. Yeah, that's a whole.
Come together, Hattiesburg. Get it together.
That's a whole episode in itself.
Maybe we can talk to our guest today about bringing the city together.
Yeah. He's the guy to talk to, actually.
Yeah.
So you went to Food with Friends. Actually, Signature has a new edition out where you wrote the last Food with Friends article, where we got to go to Sakura. That was pretty cool. And I appreciate you giving me a shout out because I'm very high maintenance and neurotic. And so I appreciate you calming me down through print. And so those are available now.
Exactly.
Is that June? That's June?
The June
edition. So if you know about Signature. You don't need us to plug it, but it's pretty cool that that's out. Yeah. And then this Food with Friends will be in next month's edition.
Yeah, the July issue.
So you always do your event like a month out from when it would be.
Exactly. Okay, cool. You know, that's print media for you.
Well, no, it's not like something you did in like October and you're just now getting around to it.
No,
you're staying current.
A couple weeks in advance for sure.
That's cool. So what else do you have this weekend?
Well, you know, not much. Went to Record Store Day for a little bit. Got to see Goth Dad perform. Saw you there. Went to the brewery for a little bit. Had I enjoyed a Mercury pizza. The street corn, Mexican street corn
some
pizza.
Of that corn.
A corn per liter.
Man, we quoted Nacho Libre probably too many times. And that's also a cultural gray area, so we apologize for offending anyone. But hey, it was fun. Yeah, dude, that was fun. It was fun getting to see Goth Dad perform. Record Store Day is like, I love that it makes it kind of feel like Christmas in summer. It's like half Christmas.
It is like half Christmas.
Where you just kind of, it's like Black Friday vibes, people getting there early to get their albums and merch and all kinds of stuff. I didn't hear TY's DJ set, but I heard Lamont McLeod. Yeah. That's Brad's right? Isn't that his DJ name?
Yeah, that's his DJ Lamont McLeod.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm always so prepared.
Yeah.
But he was spinning some really cool stuff. He always has it together. The discography in his head is impressive. And then Goth Dad playing, man. There's a couple times, I filmed a lot of it, but there's a couple times I was sitting there, I was just like going, man, I feel like this is the city right here. This feels like because it's the culture and it's the people, and I love that band. They were they're just super nice guys. Yeah. But also good at what they do. It's if you find that in anybody, in any discipline, they're nice and they're really good. Okay, y'all are gonna, man, remember me when you blow up, you know,
Yeah.
kind of that.
I ran into JC Diaz, friend of the show,
Friend
our
of
friend,
the show. Love
friend
JC.
of both of us. But yeah, he loves Goth Dad,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Man, this is my favorite band." I'm like, "This is one of my favorite bands." I'm serious. Like, you know, this is awesome. So they sounded amazing.
They're my favorite rock band in well, actually right now probably. It's not even, I don't even have to put the qualifier in Hattiesburg. I'm really into their stuff right now, man. So it's really cool especially to see that in person. It's so intimate too. That's at the end of the show too, so you can watch it and
Stick around,
see
stay
what we
tuned.
saw. Yeah, exactly. So hope y'all enjoy that. The brewery was cool. Rebecca had her Hattiesburg Ballroom and Beyond class in the lounge.
Yeah.
And had like new students. It was one of those like you didn't have to show up with a partner. You could just go and dance and just learn how to dance and then hang out. She DJ'd in the tap room afterwards.
Yeah,
And
I think the stuff that Rebecca's doing is really cool. Like getting out there, you know, taking the ballroom out of the ballroom. You know,
taking
Very
it to
cool.
everybody else. Yeah. Well, and they're going to do that every second Saturday now too.
That's awesome.
So if you miss, because we missed it because we were at Goth Dad, and I felt bad. She was like, "Don't worry, every second Saturday you can come and like just take a dance lesson and just enjoy yourself." And she's gonna give, if you go to the second Saturday at SoPro, and you sign up for classes there, she'll actually give you a discount. So it's in your best interest to go to those events because you'll get a deal for your regular classes at her studio. So
very cool.
So yeah, it was super cool. But yeah, I didn't really get up to too much this week. This was actually probably first week of summer for me where I could kind of make my own schedule. You know, did some editing here and there. Been working out at Versus super hard. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. You know, you got to come try it. I don't want to pressure you.
I said I was going to, so we do need to set it up.
I don't want to pressure you, but I will say, like, I started super nervous and intimidated, and the shift in just a couple of weeks, you know, it's been a couple months now, actually, but the shift in, like, knowing everybody's really friendly, and, like, once everybody kind of gets to know each other, that's what I've really looked forward to that. Every day,
kind of settle in, once you get more comfortable,
well, you get to check in with people too. How you doing? You know, kind of like this is
I gotta
fun.
say,
you know, it's the same kind of thing.
You know, when we did hot yoga, I went 2 weeks in a row, and I got to see some of the same people the second week, and it was kind of cool catching up. You know, even from going just 2 weeks. So, like you say, if I go to Versus and you know at least twice, maybe like get to catch up with some people and meet some new folks. So
100%, 100%, and speaking of sweat, because it's an outdoor gym, you like, it's very cleansing.
Yeah,
I'll just put it that way. If anyone follows me on Instagram, they've seen it's kind of nuts. But yeah, man, it's been super fun, and really just looking forward to our gig June 26th.
That's coming up
at SoPro in the lounge
from 5 to 8
with Battle Cat, Scott Chisholm, Battle Cat, and then I'll be Battle Kitten. I would like to be Battle Tiger. Or
you've been thinking about this?
No, actually, I said Battle Kitten. If I was thinking about it and that's all I came up with, that'd be pretty.
Battle Bobcat.
Comment what you think my name should be within the Hardy Street Sweet Beats Boys project.
Yeah,
and then that's what my name will be. And then we might have Bradley Myers come play djembe. It might turn into a jam sesh.
We'll see.
It could very quickly get out of hand and become completely unmanageable if
who knows,
everybody brought an instrument. I mean, I'm just saying,
just huge all-out jam session.
Like if Quinn Mackey shows up and he thinks he's not going to sit in, you're mistaken. You're going to play a
exactly.
Like it's going to be. I like in my head. I was like thinking like set list. We need to do this. What? I mean, it's really like your gig because you're Massive J. You're the guy. So I'm thinking like, what do I need to get done with it? Like, and then I was like, man, this is just going to be an awesome hang. It's going to be super fun.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
What if Ray Bradford brings his bass too?
Whoa.
Double bass.
What?
I'm just saying. I'm not pressuring anybody. I'm just saying it could get intense.
Yeah.
It could get out of hand in a good way.
It'll just be Massive J and friends.
Or you don't have to bring your instrument. Just come and hang out. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I think that's all I got going, really.
Yeah, all right. There's a couple events that I want to touch on that are in the coming weeks.
What you got?
I believe this weekend we're going to recording. So this weekend is Flights and Bites. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you better get on them quick because that's a thing. It's the It's almost like our craft beer festival is taking a little shift, and it's Flights and Bites this year.
I'm calling it Beer Fest. I refuse to call it by the official name.
Okay, yeah. Beer Fest is this weekend.
See how much more fun was that?
It makes sense. It's always been the craft beer festival. So
no, I'm not trying to put down the marketing effort of downtown or anything.
Yeah,
I like Brews and Bites. I'm just saying, for me, I'm calling it Beer Fest.
Yeah,
because I'm simple.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's going on. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you better hurry up because it's always a thing.
Hurry!
I don't think I'll be able to go, but I think I should encourage everyone else to go. It's a great time.
You're not going?
I got to go to my high school reunion.
Oh my gosh!
Watch out, Meridian! I'm coming.
So next week is the high school reunion special. You got to film it.
You think I should
film it, and I'll put some of it in the show. Oh,
could get weird,
dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I cannot wait. Please wear an old tux.
I think I should. I was talking to a friend. We never went to prom. I never went to prom. So
really,
yeah. I went to a pretty big school. So
yeah.
I
went to prom.
Another thing coming up on the horizon. Trinity Episcopal Church downtown is hosting what they're calling like a Truckin' with Trinity. It's like a food truck night. It's going to be Thursday, the 23rd. Is that the 23rd? Let me figure that date out and say that.
It's this month.
Yeah, can we? Is there a way I can
it's on there.
Okay.
Well, we put the link in the description.
Yeah. Well, it's Truckin' with Trinity. It's coming up this week. I'll put the link in the description.
Hold on,
let me just start over.
24th. It's 24th, right?
That sounds about right. I think if it's a Thursday night.
Hey, look. No. We're not taking any of this out.
We're not editing
all this in.
Truckin' with Trinity at Trinity Episcopal Church.
The third Thursday of June.
If it's not Thursday, it might be Friday, but look for the event. It's in the description.
We're filming with our phones, so we can't look at it right now.
I would like to look at it right now.
Oh, you're freaking out?
Yeah, go to all the events in Hattiesburg.
Yeah, so we got, and then I got my drum camp going on at Sacred Heart. I have another one in July. It's the second week of July. So if anybody has kids that want to join, you don't have to go to Sacred Heart to do it. We just have to, sign a little piece of paper or whatever. I don't know the technical term for, I guess, just paperwork. But you could do that, and then also there's Camp Create. They have double-decker camp this week, morning and afternoon.
That's awesome.
Sessions. But then they have lots of dates throughout the summer. Lots of stuff happening here at the Art Center.
Also on the horizon, coming up in July, it's the Star Spangled Celebration at Bobby Chain Park. So yeah, fireworks show, a fun environment. I believe Taste of 59 South is going to be playing some music.
Huge fans of them.
Whoever's emceeing is going to be awesome because I think it's us. So,
is it?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Let's go.
So yeah, that'll be a fun event,
dude. I'm into it.
At Chain Park. If you haven't seen Chain Park, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's right by the river.
Yeah. It's nature in the city.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. So lots of stuff to look forward to. If you have an event that you want plugged on the show, make sure you hit us up. You can reach us on social media. You can email us at thehardiestreetboys@gmail.com. Also, be sure to check out our website, thehardiestreetboys.com. You can sign up to get emails from us there, too. There's all kinds of ways to get in touch with us, but we'd love to promote your stuff.
True.
So now I think it's time to get River Prince of Prince Sign Company. So hot in Hattiesburg right now.
It is.
Prince Sign Company, so hot right now.
So hot.
So hot right now.
The way he does the letters, I love it.
So professional and clean.
Yes.
This is going to turn into that Juice song again, I can tell.
Let's bring him on. Let's bring him on.
All right, after this, River Prince of Prince Sign Company. All right. We're here with River Prince of Prince Sign Company. How you doing today, River?
Doing great, man. Excited to be here.
Man, we're excited to have you. You're like, you're the guy right now in Hattiesburg, man. Like, you're making stuff happen. How did Prince Sign Company come to be?
Long story short, 4 years ago, really 5 years ago, I've been doing this for 4.5 years now as a legitimate business. I was in college 5 years ago. I went to Jones in Ellisville. I was pursuing graphic design, not really knowing exactly what I wanted to do, but I was really, really passionate about graphic design, just super obsessed with lettering, and found out like my obsession with old packaging, things like this. Within that, I found out about sign painting, how they used to make signs before vinyl plotters came about and computerization, things like that. So that means making it by hand, laying it out with a pencil, brushing it with paint. So I was going to move on to USM, continue pursuing graphic design. Decided that wasn't really for me. I couldn't really handle school that much. I'm just not the best at it. I was working construction at the time. Really, really liked working hard with my hands. I enjoyed it. Felt like I was productive. I don't know. So I found that I liked this, and I also really liked design and bringing things to life, almost using art, I guess, to be effective to advertise for businesses. Mm-hmm. So I then pursued sign painting full time. I did not a real apprenticeship. I went to a few workshops. So like a short-term apprenticeship, and then just went all in. I did 1 year at our high school, which was like a sign, and I knew that if I did the best that I could on that one, that maybe more jobs would come in. They did. I gave up all the jobs I was working at the time, which was about 4, and that's what I did from there on out. So, and here I am now, still doing it. Can't believe it, but it's work every day, but I love it. So yeah. Wow. No, that was a long answer, but
no, but it's a good answer. I don't mind that. Hey, so what high school did you do?
So my wife and I, we both went to South Jones High School in Ellisville. So okay. She's also the other half of Print Sign Company. Helps me full time now that she's done with college. We're full time sign people.
That's awesome,
painter,
man.
Stuff like that. So.
That's awesome. Well, we keep up with you on social media too, and y'all's posts it's great to see y'all working together. So going into you have what? You went to junior college, said don't need to go to a 4-year school. I just want to work.
Yeah, that was more or less what it was. I knew that I couldn't continue on like that. I wasn't good at it. That wasn't really my thing. I wouldn't apply myself really. That's more or less what it was. I wouldn't apply myself to be in school. I wouldn't want to do all these other classes. But when I do find something that I really like, I obsess over it to the point that it's a flaw in some cases. But I was all in on this, and it's been my longest running obsession so far. I'm really obsessed with it, and just producing the best work that we can, and just kind of being more of a creative sign shop. That's what we're all about. Like, I love design, and we push that hard. I don't really like the monotonous, like, type in a computer, print it out. Like, there's a time and place for that, and there's a lot of that is applicable everywhere. But we push to be more of a boutique sign shop. That's what I call it. Mm-hmm. We do things just it takes forever because we do it by hand, but that's the way we do it. We do it the way they used to do it. So
yeah, that's cool. Do that, and that's cool. It's paying off. And we're gonna take a look at some of your recent work too. But I think that's fascinating. I didn't realize, like, how old are you?
23 as of May.
Bro,
so what's that?
Bro, you got like. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thanks,
I didn't realize you were that young.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's impressive that you see. I work with kids, high school kids and stuff, and college has its place. It's
Definitely.
important. I get it, but also the whole point of college is so that you can go find a job that you're passionate about.
Definitely.
And something that you can be successful in. And once I think a lot of people get stuck because college isn't their lane, so they feel like, man, maybe I'm no good or whatever. Yeah. Like you said, you're not good at school. It doesn't mean you are bad at school. It just means like that's not the lane you're going to be in where you're going to go all gas, no brakes. And that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's what you have to find. And it takes so long to find that for so many people.
It is. And my whole mentality is all gas, no brakes. I'm like full send, and it gets me in a bind half the time. But on this one, it worked out to be something that's paid off so far. We're married now. I'm married to my girlfriend from high school, all that. We're married now. And we've supported ourselves, and that's it. That's all that we do. So it's been rewarding So it's been one of the only things that I sent it all the way, and it worked out. So
yeah, man.
thankfully.
Man, that's awesome. Well, we're so happy for you, dude, and I think the entire area is proud of you, man, for getting all this stuff done. I didn't realize that was. I had no idea. So what I want to do is actually take a look at some of your recent pieces of art, stuff that you've done, and just maybe take us through it, kind of like how it came to be, who commissioned it, or whatever you want to do. Yeah. So this is the Midtown Hattiesburg. Welcome to Midtown. Hattiesburg mural that's on the side of the old corner market.
Right.
So how did this come to be? How did you? I know a lot of I think Hattiesburg Alliance for Public Art was involved as well. But how did this come to be?
So Marlo, Kristen, you may know them. They work with their HAPA. They worked with Midtown Merchants, Robert St. John, all those people over there, Hattiesburg Clinic, a few of those guys. They wanted to put something on this wall as a part of a series they're doing in Midtown to get more art over there, public art in that area. So Call for Artists was put out, something that they do quite a bit for murals around. So everyone, that's invited to submit a design has a chance of, winning it and being able to put this up here. So I think 28 people were asked to do it. We did it. I'm super competitive, I guess. So I was like, I got to win this. If I don't, I'm just going to be mad at myself for ever quit what I'm doing. So we submitted like 2 designs. Thankfully, it was, picked. We were very fortunate for that. And then that's how it came to be. It means a lot to me, though, because I lived in this neighborhood 5 years ago when I was thinking about what I was going to do. That neighborhood is kind of where I decided these things in my life that I was this is what path I'm going to take. So this one was huge to me. Wow. I walked past this wall every day. So
really? Big
deal to me. I'm super stoked about it.
What?
My bike was stolen from there one time. Stole the bike back like 2 weeks later. It was stolen. And I was just heartbroken. It was how I rode around. Nice little chrome fixie because I was a hipster. It was stolen from Corner Market.
I'm not trying to laugh at you.
No, it's all good, man. I mean, I'm a...
You got it back. It all worked out.
I'm a jokester, so I mean, I don't
okay,
really care.
all right, okay.
So, yeah, anyways.
You got your bike back, and you have a mural on the wall you walk past every day. Man, that's pretty crazy. That's
I know. I like stupid stories like that.
I like how the Hattiesburg's intertwined with Midtown, too. It's not like...
I really... As you can tell with any of the work, because I'm trained by a sign painter and all that, I'm really I lay all this out by hand. So I'm really obsessed with letter forms, typography, and stuff like that. So I was, we did the one over here in Veterans Park that may pop up, and I really like that kind of intertwined look. I was really adamant. There's some shadows on there. I was like, well, I just want to make this look like if it's in person, not an Instagram picture, it looks like it's kind of peeling off. So it's cool. It's a cool effect. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome.
I call it candy paint with the white on top.
And then we have this. This is your work at the Veterans Memorial Park. Take me through that. Now, that's you go to that park, and I don't know. For me personally, it kind of strikes me like it's a somber place. It's not like a park you go to have a picnic and play.
This
and
was
hang out.
Heavier than I ever thought anything could be. I couldn't believe how much this one meant. Were you at that ribbon cutting?
I was.
It was just. We got done painting it, and it was just like finishing any other job. But we had that, and it was just so many people showed up, veterans, wives, daughters, all this, and just spoke. And it just hit me. I was like, this has a lot of weight to it. It means a lot to a lot of people. And not necessarily the mural in and of itself, but just overall, it's a place for them to come and kind of reflect on that. So it meant a lot. And the backstory... 4 Points, the church over there, they ultimately wanted this. Joy, Chad, the pastor over there, they were the ones that wanted to bring this vision to life. They had the idea of courage and stuff because they own the building, but it is also in the park. So they're the ones that ultimately paired up again with HAPA because they like to be able to orchestrate things, make sure they bring in the right people. They already knew they wanted to use us because it was going to be very letter focused. So then I designed this one for them, just including Jesse Brown, the William Carey, I believe it's School of Nursing or Doctor. They just wanted all these things included. So and USM. So that one was huge, and I think just the aspect of the veteran thing, it just carried a lot of weight, and that one very special. So
yeah, man, and you knocked it out of the park. It's beautiful, and I like with this, it feels like it checks a lot of boxes. Like it has something for everybody.
Everything, yeah. I think that was also a big thing. They wanted it to be very community-based or city-based, not necessarily community-based, just showing what Hattiesburg is all about. And there's so much more that, could have been included, but these are a lot of staples, like the train station and stuff, just showing these hubs and, the few things that make this place special. It lacks a lot, but it represents quite a bit also. So
yeah.
Cool.
Well, and we lose sight of that. We want to fix or improve things, and we kind of forget the great things we have, and also the sacrifices people or generations before us have made for our well-being. So this is awesome. Okay, I like this one. This is actually in our opening theme.
Yeah, I saw that.
On the side of T-Bones. This has been around for a while,
yeah,
right?
for a while. So I used to work at T-Bones at the time that I decided to do all this. That was one of the jobs I was working. I was working all around town, roofing, all these crazy things. So I was working there. Love Harry and all them over there. Josh Oberst, you guys know him? He was actually the designer. He designed this, but in turn, gave it to me. And so we don't project anything. Like that's our big thing. We don't use projectors. Everyone's, how do you do that? Projector? They don't make projectors big enough. So he designed it. I did lay it all out by hand. So I do everything, measuring tape, level, chalk. That's the way we do it, and then we paint it. So, in that aspect, it's all handmade, but he's super great designer. So
how do you chalk everything before you paint it?
Yeah, chalking the measurements, like figuring out where it's going to go, spacing, all the drop shadows, and then like the birthplace of rock and roll. That's what we call brush lettering. So you get like a top line, bottom line, like notebook paper, chalk it out, kind of like chicken scratch. It doesn't really look like anything, but it gives you an idea of how far it's going to go across the wall. And then you get the width of the brush, which I think that's like 1.5 inches. And then I think I painted upside down because I was on the sidewalk and I had to like get up under it, just being dumb. But anyways, it's just freehand brush lettering. So that's like something I was kind of trained in more or less. Also self-taught, because there isn't like a lot of formal apprenticeships anymore for sign painting. But, yeah, man. I love that one. It was just I think it was one of the first big things we did in Hattiesburg. It was tricky to like paint in Hattiesburg at the time, like to do things, but HAPA kind of like really push murals. So that was great. It was like an upswing, and they helped to make this happen. Cause I think me and Harry and all them, we worked for a year pushing to like get this thing done.
Really?
So it just took a while to like get that momentum behind it. And we were like, this is going to be great. Like public art just really helps a community. It adds like another layer to it of, flavor. I like being, you know what I mean? It just makes a place more interesting. So as with anything.
I love that. Well, dude, it cracks me up that you talk about like, yeah, it's just measurements. It's just fun. Like the way you speak about it, like I'm looking at this, especially visual art to me is so daunting. It's not in many people's wheelhouses, so it's impressive that you can do any of this. Now with HAPA, the Hattiesburg Alliance for Public Art, how have they helped? Like, what is it like working with them then versus now? Like, because now you have lots of work. It seems like it's something new, like all the time.
Yeah.
And where it didn't used to be the case. Like, where were you meeting resistance, and how have they helped you moving forward?
As far as like big, large scale things like this, planning is with any city. So they didn't want things just popping up anywhere and everywhere. So they help to say, this is the way we're going to do it. And they help to lean certain people in the right direction so that it does become a reality and doesn't just sit on a shelf somewhere. Because we were stoked to be able to bring this to life. So they just help in that way of organizing things, communicating with the right people, making sure all the red tape is kind of cleared out. So they help us in terms of murals. As far as signs go, we have to do all those things, like because we also do signs for businesses, which aren't just murals. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they just help in that aspect, I guess you could say.
Check the the logistical
the
boxes.
logistics. Yeah, they help all that, and really just push public art, and it's really awesome. So
yeah. Now this is one where this is like public art, but it's also a sign for a business at the Porter. And it looks like it's been there for 100 years. How did you do this?
So,
I saw you working on this. I'm going like, I still have I can't.
Okay,
I don't understand.
I'm glad that you said that. We worked with Roy. You guys may know him, Roy Wyndham, the owner. And this is what you call faux age, go signs also. It's something that I practice on quite a bit to add to my kind of the wheelhouse of things that I do and can bring to life. So we wanted to nail down a sign that, went with the architecture of the building, and also what he does. It's a pub. Like you go in there, it's a pub, So we wanted to really just capture that and do something that just fit the business, fit the building. So I can't give away all my secrets. I can't tell you how I did it, but
like, did you get a Brillo pad and just?
No, I do like faux aging on like metal signs. In that case, we would. I like not taking away. I like putting on there just what needs to be. So I like aging it as I paint. A lot of people would like paint it brand new, then age it. I've done that. It takes longer. So just a lot of.
Yeah. Well, we're not asking you to give away any trade secrets. I think it just kind of speaks to what you're doing. Is like, man, you have such you have such variety in your portfolio. It's kind of insane, and like seeing this, like it's so cool, and it's such a great advertisement for the business, especially downtown. You're not going to be able to put up a sign.
Right.
There's no room,
Yeah.
So you have.
We
to
met
innovate.
restriction because of the historic commission, but ultimately they saw the design. We'll submit things, and we just we want to do something that fits not only the business and building, but also the streetscapes of somewhere. Like that's kind of what I'm passionate about, is like making the streetscapes kind of appealing, add that curb appeal everywhere, and not because he definitely could have just gotten anything, like just plastered a banner on the wall, like, which in some cases businesses do that, and that's fine. But he wanted something that was going to last and really just fit, and I think that it does.
We got Keg and Barrel West now. So this is different. This isn't a mural. This is a sign with the light and everything. So take us through this. This is awesome looking.
Yeah. So again, we do everything by hand. We lay everything out by hand, and I also plasma cut by hand. We don't have a CNC router or anything like that. So like we cut everything, or me. I keep saying it's me and my wife, but everything's just cut by hand and all that. So that's a solid steel. It's called blackened steel. We put a blackened patina on it so it doesn't like rust out or anything in this the Mississippi humidity. And then it's electric also. So we were really wanting to complement the cedar shake on that building, which I love on that gable. It's just really appealing. We were just trying to create something that fit and didn't stand out. They've got some other metal signs at their other locations that I think Eric Eves did. They look spectacular. But in this case, they wanted electric, so we did that and fabricated in a similar way. So proud of this. Super proud.
It looks great. Well, it looks like something from a pub in England.
Yeah, and that's something we were trying to nail down too. We just want it to always be kind of design oriented, like showing that we were pushing design. And we didn't design the logo itself, but we did design the sign. So we wanted to stand off by about 4 inches. We wanted the cabinet, which is the overall sign, to be about 4 inches thick, have lights on the inside, light up on the face, halo from behind, all these things. So it's a lot that goes into these. So I got to be honest, I love painting, and it's what I do the most, but I also I'm really into welding and fabrication, really love doing that. And we're working on a few projects right now that'll be rolling out soon in Hattiesburg that I think it's going to be pretty nice to see come to fruition. So
and that's what gets me with your business too, is that kind of before I met you, I think of the murals. I think of you as like a painter.
Yeah.
But you're like a construction guy. You build things.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you see yourself as like a? Is it you don't see yourself as just an artist necessarily, or just a painter?
Yeah. So
it's okay to be just a painter.
Yeah,
you know
I don't.
What I mean? It's like,
yeah, I think it is too, and that is what I just did. But I knew in my head, like eventually, that's what I want to get to. I want to fabricate signs. So sum that up, I'm not necessarily an artist, you know. You couldn't give me a canvas and I could like do a nice oil painting, but I am really good at laying things out. If you gave me like a 80-foot wall by 20, I can really map it out, and that's what I'm trained in. Kind of that old school way of laying letters out on buildings and billboards. So I guess I think of myself more as a craftsman, craft person. I'm really passionate about this craft, sign making. So ultimately, I guess I think of myself as a craftsman.
Yeah, man.
Sum it up like that.
Yeah, man. And then we got the tile at El Rayo.
We call it it's a tile mosaic, I guess you could call it. Yeah, so you think you may have been saying something else. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. No, this is another thing now. Now you're dealing with tile. You're dealing with another medium.
Yeah.
And so it's just interesting to me. Like I'm finding out like right now that you got a lot of plates spinning. You know, you have different ways of expressing yourself.
Irons in the fire is how I like to put it. It's overwhelming at times being so young and trying to figure it all out. So have you guys eaten there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super awesome. And we're actually about to be putting the exterior signage up there as well, which is we fabricated. But we did the inside mural with assistance from another artist who did like the portraits, the faces and things like that. We installed those brick panels in there, so it's not legitimate brick. It's all paneling, so we put all that up, painted the bases and all that. But yeah, the tile mosaic, I think I have 11,000 hours in that. It's exaggerating, but it took forever. And man, my fingers were that's all glass tile, and it was just like bleeding, and it was rough. But I do it the same way I do my painting, you know, sign painting. I laid it out by hand on the backboard and then cut all the pieces to fit. I was able to design this, worked with Robert. He sent me like what he wanted, including the little El Rayo logo, the little skull at the top, which Paul Tynes designed the El Rayo lettering. Don't know if you guys know him, but I designed like the heart and the rest of it, the other lettering. So man, super proud of that one. This one means a ton to me because a lot of eyes see this, they walk in and see it, and it just shows how much signage and murals and all these things can be effective on, you know, everyone's how they respond to things. So it was cool. I'm super proud of it.
Bro, art, food, music, that's culture.
Yeah, that's it.
And like, yeah, man, you should be proud of that. It's impressive what you've gotten done. And now this next one, the Hub City Smile. We'll talk about that. This is one Jamie really wants to hear about.
Yeah, you were there for the ribbon cutting as well.
Yeah, in fact, I think this is the piece when I was working for the newspaper. I came and talked to you.
Yeah, that's it.
It's kind of like the piece that I got to meet you.
And that's where right. So we were Laughs for Life, which is Kent Oliver. He kind of heads that organization. He was over kind of bringing this idea to life and kind of explaining what he wanted. So we worked for a few weeks, maybe a month or so on, back and forth, getting his ideas on what we want to bring forward as a design and ultimately to paint this. Happle was also involved, with kind of coordinating everything, making sure we had a wall to put it on. So they wanted something, I guess, interactive, which is where we fabricated that smile, which is actually their logo. Like that Laughs for Life has a smile logo, so that's what it is. The rest of it we did. We wanted to take those little eyeballs, I guess you could call them, and you don't want to overcomplicate things. I think simple is most of the time better. Like if you just keep it simple. So we wanted to take those little circles and just put them everywhere. So you see the big dark blue circle, with Hub City Smile on the inside, the yellow circles, then the same color as the smile. So that's, I don't know how design works to me. We wanted to just take that one thing that was in their logo and use it throughout. So it was really just to be an encouragement to the city, I think, because there was a lot going on at the time. That's when COVID happened. So I think it's done a good job, and I think his idea was really excellent to just tell everybody. He said the Hub City, the comma was intentional. He wanted everyone to, pause and just smile. Life, in my opinion, life's short, and there's no time to really be mad and upset about things. You just gotta, roll with things, smile about it, and it's all gonna be good. So I like that.
Man, the timing of your rise, dude, is pretty impressive. Like not just that you're young, but that you got to do this during COVID, during a very difficult year. That it wasn't just COVID that was difficult.
Just
about
so
this last
much.
year. There's so many things happening.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah. Everybody needed a smile.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you actually get to do this in quite literally a big way, but also figuratively.
Yeah, I love
in a big
doing
way.
encouraging things also. Like we originally our shop was in Ellisville, and we painted another one, bright colors. All this was my wife's idea, just as everything is going to be okay, I think. Still there. But we did it in like one night. We just went out there. It's when everything was going down, and no one knew what was next. We didn't know what was next, if we were going to be able to do this for. So we're like, let's just go paint one, be encouraging. I mean, there's so much negativity just with everything. It was bad. So I think that being able to use these things, use my skills, and people wanting to use that for encouragement and for community. Just adding to the depth of community and. I think it's cool to be asked to do that and involved in it.
That's why you get into it in the first place, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Man, well, hey, this is awesome. I really appreciate you taking us through your work here. But me and Jamie, we're not work guys. We're fun guys. We want to play a game.
Same, man. Same.
Yeah.
So you down to play a game with us?
Absolutely.
This is Let's See What Happens.
You are about to find out.
Oh, yeah. So, first one, round one of Let's See What Happens. Guess that art zoomed in edition with Prince Sign Co., right? That's what it's called. Here we go. Do you have an idea?
Oh, yes.
All right.
I hope.
When the music stops, you got to have an answer. Music can stop at any time.
Faux age sign, Columbia Block and Brick. Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Cool.
Yes.
We're actually doing one Monday for them again. They really appreciate the faux age style and because they're like they're legitimate.
That's where Jamie works.
Do you really?
I work there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's why
Cool.
it's the first one.
I'm excited for you, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Here we go. Hit it, Jamie. What is it? Those at home, we're giving you time. You have time to figure out what this art is. Could be anything. And you got an answer?
West Jones High School. Cool.
That is correct. This is nice, man, on a high school.
So we went to South Jones. That was the first one we painted and designed. We used their old mascot from a yearbook and stuff. And it just everyone liked it in the county. So we've done the other two high schools in the same exact style. That's what they wanted. So yeah, cool one.
That's awesome. Next one, this is kind of tough. All right, those at home, this zoomed in piece of art, do you have any idea what it could be? When the music stops, you gotta have an answer. Oh man, music might go on for a while. This is nice.
Yeah, I could get used to this.
It's like a sound bath.
Yeah. Giraffe exhibit, Hattiesburg Zoo.
That is correct.
It was
I have the yes.
almost not a thing. I think we had that print. It's like an eco-friendly billboard, I guess you could call it, that I designed 2 years ago for the zoo. And it sat in storage because of COVID for a decade. And then we finally put it up 2 months ago for their opening.
Cool. Sue Ellen in Alberta.
Cool
Those
place,
are the
right?
Giraffes. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The zoo. Bro, giraffes are just tall horses, though. Y'all aren't going to convince me that they're different animals.
Yeah.
They're just tall horses.
Long-necked deers.
All right, long.
Is that
All right, here we go. Next round.
I said deers.
I love long-necked deers.
All right, this one is mostly the sky. That's not the art. Got an
Man.
answer.
The flashing, I got it. Hattiesburg Midtown.
That's correct. Dude, perfect score so far.
Man, it was also
Well done.
look the G unfinished. We left.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess it was in progress. We popped that thing up fast.
Man, y'all did.
We try to do a wow factor. We want to do it as quick as possible to add to it.
All right, next one.
Bro, you're getting me.
Those at home, you're playing at home. Do you know? Also, if you're still listening to this on Spotify, we're sorry. This is a visual episode. So, YouTube, the link is in the description. When the music stops, you gotta have an answer. What is this?
It's not mine. SpongeBob?
Wow.
Yes.
He got SpongeBob. That's... Wait. What? How did you do that? Oh my gosh. How'd you do that?
The colors, man.
Just the colors. Wow.
Colors.
He knows.
Childhood right there.
I was like,
Childhood.
Next one. Now it's not the name. We're looking for the artist.
Gotcha.
For those playing at home. Man throwing flowers like it's a tear gas canister. For those listening. Those playing along on Spotify. Gotta have an answer.
Obsessed. It's Banksy.
Yeah, I knew you'd like
All
Banksy.
day. Absolutely.
I knew you'd like Banksy.
Yeah, if I didn't do what I did professionally, I'd be doing it illegally and I'd be putting it everywhere. So.
And that's why I think it's cool you got Happa with you, and that's why I was asking you about it. You have, because people, I think a lot of the resistance to street art, you're right, Jamie, we need to move on. I'm talking too much. But a lot of the resistance is because people don't see the potential for how it improves the community.
Yeah.
And that's really cool that you have that support.
Yeah, it's cool to see Hattiesburg appreciate that and really utilize not only us because we do a certain thing, but there's a lot of others that they utilize. And it's really cool that they allow that opportunity.
Heck yeah. All right. This is our last one. For those of you playing along at home, what is this art? Zoomed in piece of art. And oh boy, is it art.
It is. It's moving me at least.
Oh gosh. When the music stops, you have to have an answer. This music's great, by the way, Jamie.
This is the beautiful, blurry forehead of Massive J.
Yes, it is, man.
Yes.
Dude, you went. What? I don't know how many total we had. You went 100% though.
Yeah.
Shooting 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happened yet. That's Hardy Street Boys history right there,
Thunderous applause.
bro. You're like that guy that you go to school with and is just good at everything and is super not annoying. No, dude. Hey, we're so happy for you, man, and thank you for sitting down and taking the time with us. This
Excited,
is
man,
really
yeah.
cool, dude. I don't even care if we're recording. This is really cool to like get to hear about your.
I love
your
just hanging
your
out.
jam.
Yeah.
Cool. I appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
y'all for
You do a
inviting
lot for Hattiesburg, and you have to write it a lot on walls. So we appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it means
Yeah.
a lot to, hear it because we do get to do it, but it just means a lot. So thank y'all for having me.
Man, absolutely. And now we have a special musical guest. We actually got footage of Goth at Record Store Day at T-Bone's Records and Cafe. So enjoy the musical stylings of our favorite rock band in town, Goth Dad. This is Control.
What's up, YouTube?